Hawk. And in this game number 1, lower bracket round 2 in a best of 3, SMG against T1.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how Raging Potato is playing against his former team. Because if there's someone that have the most understanding in this game against SMG, it's gonna be Raging Potato. And you are seeing the tips coming up from Afu already. And it's not very often that you see, enemy is having the same team tag as you. That must feel a little bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, some of these things, that's why we say, right? They have been here before. Kind of know each other too well for their own good. I feel like sometimes you just, you'd rather not know that much. But of course, some friendly gestures at the start of the round definitely does mask a bit of the actual pressure coming into the series. It's definitely a bit tougher on T1, right? Considering their performance overall and having to play that lower bracket, but here they are, just one series at a time.
Yeah, I mean, at this kind of situation, you kind of just have to go a game by a game. And I do like T1's idea for the draft as well. They're not going way, they're not going out of their way for the draft, right? You are still seeing them playing their comfortable heroes, Master Tier, Monkey King on Gabby. This is one of Gabby's best heroes, and also the Puck for Carl as well. I feel like, we haven't talked too much about this Puck plus Monkey King combination, but has been one of the most potent combinations in this current meta. I feel like we don't see it too much, but when you see it together, it's always gonna be, the one combination that you can fall back to when it comes to the mid-game team fight, when it comes to the late-game team fight. Just press the coin and force everybody to play in the Wukong's command. Nagasari, if you get caught in those kind of situations with the BKB on primary for Monkey King, you won't be able to save yourself even with the Song of the Siren.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. I mean, Song of Siren, there's still the monkeys around, right? They're not sleeping. Like, those monkeys are very dedicated. At least the Wukong Commands monkeys are very dedicated to their job. So they don't sleep on it. Very good work acted, that's for sure. We need they've been very good with their HR hiring for that. It's a lame joke, but I think the point is that those kind of combos is kind of what T1's draft intends to bring, right? We're seeing all these heroes that are designed to keep you in a tight space, just to allow this Monkey King to kind of go to town with that Wukong's command, and even the Razor to a certain extent.
Yeah, even the Enigma as well, right? Like, this is gonna be a post 5 Enigma though, but the potential of the black hole is always gonna be there. There's a lot of team fight coming out from T1 side. And BKB is gonna be a very, very important item here coming in from SMG. But if you look at their heroes though, who's gonna buy BKB on the course? It's probably just the Dawnbreaker in this case. Zeus is not going to record with BKB, neither is the Naga Siren. So it's gonna give T1 a very, very long window for them to keep on running at SMG.
Also gotta be worried about the damage output from T1, especially the magical damage, right? I mean, sure, you have those illusions, you have a lot of stats, but then we have a Midnight Post, and you don't really need items for that spell to really kick in that percentage damage. You see this very even distribution in terms of the Drune, of course Gabby. It's can't resist himself. Just make a bit of contact early on. But how is this lane gonna look like though? We are seeing this, Enigma Monkey King into a Dawnbreaker Kunkka lane. Is this Kunkka still gonna be tasked with taking out the Eidolons?
Probably, because if you look at him, Tidebringer level 1 already, and he's already going for it. They have a very aggressive Observer Ward behind the tier 1 tower, in between, in front of the tier 2. So it means that they are ready to keep on track at where this White Mon is going and how is he controlling his Eidolons. And the first wave for Eidolons completely gone.
Only got one deny off of that, but again, the Celestial Hammer, right? That is also a spell that burn damage, especially level 1 Eidolons. No chance at all. Can't survive that. But where does this Marcy fall into though? Well, when we look at this Cuckoo lane, are we looking just for that cheeky dispose to get Cuckoo a kill, or are we looking at this Marcy to just be a bit more active and getting that presence around the map?
I feel like, first of all, you definitely want to stay with Cuckoo a little bit right now, because everyone right now is playing, the extended laning phase, and if you look at Cuckoo, going for Basilius, not the item that you see too much on Razor, right? So it means that there is a chance that Cuckoo might be thinking of going for the Wraith pack, which is very good against the Zeus in this case. And Cuckoo has always been the offlaner that loves to pick up these aura items. So that might actually be the item that we are seeing here. Or maybe just a Basilius so that he can stay on the lane and keep on harassing and keep on spamming the plasma field.
Yeah, I like how Finally, there's no reciprocation. You know, poor Raging Potato. He just wants a high five. But mid one is hyper focused on that, so he gets it from the tower instead. And now we know who is the more friendly one. But gets to lift the back into tower rage. The body block from Poloson is out, and the Fate Bolt for first blood. Team SMG starts it off on a good note. The Raging Potato now on the run. Won't go down, but still a loss for T1.
Good, losing a little bit of focus there, but that was very well played coming out from Poloson. He lift him back into tower range and give himself a little bit of body block there.
Oh, Gabby though. Yeah, the Malefice from Whitemon. What a clutch Malefice. And Gabby's safe at the very last moment. And it's gonna be topped up by the Tango. Bottom lane again, an attempt onto mid one's life, but just not happening.
I mean, this bottom lane is not gonna be too, it's not gonna be easy for Raging Potato or Cuckoo at all. Like, you are going up against two heroes that can keep on spamming, a lot of harassment onto you. And generally speaking, it's just not easy to bring down the Nagasari. A hero with 10 armor at 2 minutes in, so not easy for them to take down mid one at all. And at one point, mid one just, whenever he doesn't feel like staying on the lane, he can just cut creeps and, just going into the jungle. So this will be a pretty good Nagasari game for mid one here.
How's this mid lane looking like? For what are you gonna be expecting from both Carl and Moon? We're talking about Carl on the puck.
Well, I mean, two elusive heroes going at each other, right? Like Zeus once again being the elusive hero in this patch. I feel like it's not gonna be too easy for Puck to totally zone out Zeus, because Zeus is quite a tanky hero right now, and especially if the Heaven Jump, it's not easy for you to go on him without a Dream Coil. So it feels like this is just gonna be a trade farm lane. But if you're talking about trade farm, Zeus is always gonna be the happy one. Especially getting to level 6, instantly having the global presence, it means that the both side lanes can already making in a lot of aggression. And if you look at Cuckoo right now, sitting at below 300 HP, he can't play at this HP for too long, because Zeus is hitting 6 very soon.
Yeah. And Carl has to communicate that one. Tries to go for the room, but doesn't get it. Now Moon is on top of him with those right clicks. There's fights happening around the map. Carl should be able to get away with that orb. He's really trying to milk it.
Moon
doesn't even get the water rune. And look at the side of SMG. I mean, getting pressured day in, day out. Or at least for Gabby, though, he's looking for the kill onto Afu when the Malefice comes right through. But thankfully, Carl was able to get the second water rune for himself. Just aggression all map. Long Poloson with the Fairy Fire stays alive, but missed one gets disposed by the Raging Potato.
Yeah, a lot of aggression coming out on all the lanes already, and top lane is gonna get better and better for Monkey King, I suppose, because the more levels you get on Jingu, it means that you will be able to stay on the lane against Masaros by yourself. And the one thing about having Anima Pulse 5 is that your lane will always be in a good equilibrium that is favoring you. So Gabby should have a pretty good time here, and we can see that Gabby, he wants to get aggressive, out of corrosion on the way.
Just continue that, right? I mean, the Team SMG has made an attempt on his life a couple of times already in the past, 2 minutes. And of course, you're not going to be happy with that. Afu again on the hunt for Whitemon and his Eidolons. Just great recognition. Just take away the Eidolons, get a bit of go. And just really putting the pain onto Whitemon, making like incredibly hard for this Enigma on the other side. Gabby again, just running at Masaros, trying to just push him out of the lane. Mid one also under pressure, but no dispose this time for the Marcy.
Yeah, but Cuckoo is so low though. And if you look at Zeus, he's about, 20 seconds towards his level 6, so this is where Cuckoo needs to be very, very careful. And I like that he's bringing out the range drop for himself. So that is gonna at least prevent Zeus on getting the last hit on him with the Thunder Squad Wrath. And now that Zeus is level 6, all the lanes all of a sudden need to be very, very cautious right now.
Yeah, but they're still going at it. There's the lift, and there we go. Cuckoo getting struck by lightning, but has the Fairy Fire, the rain drop, and also protecting him. And Raging Potato, he'll get a ward on the way out. Mid one will get this one.
Yeah, and this is the power, like instantly using the Thunder Ghost Wrath, so a lot of efficient there. In 2 minutes, you have another one already. And it also means that Cuckoo will have to go all the way back to the base. And this is giving Nagasari a lot of space to farm, to push out the lanes, and for Poloson to stack up some jungle camps as well.
Well, all of that was happening. I mean, we saw early on Whitemon just getting pushed out of his own jungle, and here comes the first TP. And Carl does have that Dream Call. He's just gonna lash it on to Masaros. And this Dawnbreaker should go down. An attempt with the Starbreaker, but to no avail.
Yeah, very good recognition there coming out from Carl, knowing that Masaros is in a very aggressive position, and which is why it's always really hard to play the side lanes in front of the enemy tower when you're up against a puck, because he can always just TP down and have the coil to lock you down. Mid lane though, Raging Potato.
And he really wants Moon gone. But again, there's this Zeus, you know, has gained the ability to jump, so you can't just walk up to him and try to toss him. While all of that commotion was happening, in fact, when Afu invaded the jungle, we actually put up a ward, and Raging Potato removed that one. So again, very good awareness, just protecting this jungle. It's not only just for the Enigma, it's also for the Monkey King as the game progresses. And we're seeing T1 just making moves around the map and leaving Kuko on an island. But maybe it's for the better though, because Afu is gonna go down, a boundless strike to the face. And a kill for the Monkey King. Well, for the Enigma.
A lot of get close coming up from Monkey King and also the Marcy. So all these side lanes have to be really, really careful, because Marcy is level 5 right now. With her boots, he's ready to make some moves.
Yeah, he's definitely more than ready. And he also has a raindrop with him. So half a level more to a level 6 for that Unleash. Not that it matters too much, at least not for now. And we can see kind of the emphasis of T1. Keeping the jungle safe within the control. And Whitemon definitely trying to catch up as fast as he can, but we see this river war coming up from Afu, and Whitemon didn't get the guess. So won't discard of that vision from the side of Team SMG, and Afu even gets a haste rune in the meantime.
Yeah, this is so important, because we talk about how, whenever you are going up against heroes like the Spirit heroes, Ember, Storm, or the Puck, you always want to have good control on the rune. And this is something that SMG has been doing very well. And with this haste rune, Whitemon might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Might be a bait though, because look who is in the town. Is Raging Potato once more. Does it with a rebound, Radisson runs out, and he just disposed. Masaros flung backwards and taken down for the second time.
This is just good recognition coming out from Raging Potato right now. He understands that bottom lane, there's nothing much he can do with Cuckoo towards the mid one. But that being said though, Cuckoo is getting punished here.
Again, the body block and the riptide from mid one. Of course, the thunder to the face. Moon gets it across the map.
Yeah, both offlaners are not having a very good time. And on top of that, both offlaners are the ones that want to stay on the lane and assert their dominance. Razor, wants to always stay on the lane to kick the enemy carry out with static lane. It's the same for Masaros as well. And the fact that they are not being able to do so and constantly getting punished by that is heavily hindering the growth of their heroes right now. The progression is not going to be as smooth as they think they are. Because Razor, most of the time you want to have an early Falcon Blade building into early BKB, but if you look at Razor right now, not having too much farm for that.
Who's going to have an easier time as the game progresses? If we just put these two offlaners in this horrific state, who is going to feel better about themselves? Wow, we're going to hold that thought for now. And we'll continue this conversation in 3 seconds when Masaros goes down and the Dream Core will do the job. But yeah, I mean, who will feel better about themselves?
Well, I think if you look at T1, are they really in the rush to end the game? Not really. They've got Enigma, they've got the Monkey and Puck combinations. They don't mind going to late game. And that's why Gabby is going for Battle Fury after all the small items with the Power Threats and the Off Corrosion. And on the other side, we are going to see Raging Potato falling down unless he finds something to rebound.
Nope.
No.
Not going to find it. There's no vision. You can see the ping on the cliff. We need a ward. We needed a ward there. Just couldn't find it.
Yeah, and also on the other side of SMG, right? Are they in a rush? Not really as well, because you're playing a Naga Siren game and you're playing a Zeus game as well. You don't really mind going to late game. So this game is quite even, I would say. Both teams are okay with playing fast. They are probably more okay with playing slow as well. So I do think that it's gonna really come down to the the mid game team fight, the late game team fight. So we might be in a long treat for ourselves in this game.
Yeah, I mean SMG did play long games yesterday. I mean Raging Potato that just doesn't want to relent, and here's the Unleash. We get the slow out in mid one. Gonna skill up the Song of the Siren. He was saving that skill point for this exact moment.
Here's a bait.
And the TP comes right in from the rest of Team SMG. And this should be the demise of Raging Potato, finally stopped by Masaros.
A very good reaction there coming up from SMG. I mean, the biggest change of this tournament is definitely SMG putting a lot more emphasis on the safe lane. But that being said though, good rotation coming up from Carl.
And that's going to be at least an attempt on the Poloson's life. The Black Hole committed. It's a 2-0 for 2 exchange. A good offer for T1.
You took that
Such a good recognition coming from T1 using the Arcane Rune. So in 40 seconds, Punk is gonna have the second Dream Coin once again. And we just literally talk about how SMG, they are putting a lot more emphasis on defending their tier 1 tower. T1 understands that. That's why they make a very early 2-man smoke coming from Puck and the Enigma. And all of a sudden, look at Carl making another rotation to top lane.
And this time it's Afu. He's on the kill list of Carl. Gabby will get that killing spree for the Monkey King. And T1 just being very proactive around the map, and Whitemon claims that bot tier 1.
And this is the power of the Puck in this patch, right? Everybody are playing the extended laning phase. You want to stay on the lane as long as possible, and Puck is one of the best heroes for you to counter that. And Carl,
oh boy,
making another move here.
This is a super huge kill. That Dream Coin just came back up. Roshan wants to help out. Oh, well, it helps Carl to kill Moon. And Moon would have loved that deny for sure. And suddenly we see SMG kind of feeling the pinch a bit as the members of T1 just run around the map rampant. And now with this bottom lane open up, we are seeing Cuckoo and Whitemon just circling around the jungle, and Whitemon getting so much space just to farm up his items.
And Cuckoo as well. Like, Cuckoo has a pretty rough laning phase, but all of a sudden he is able to, be alone at the bottom side, just farming for a good 2 to 3 minutes. So one component of the BKB already done. While they are, on the other side, Whitemon.
The boat is out. The Raging Potato can't save him this time, not even with his dispose. Polos actually stole the Unleash, and Raging Potato, you gotta run for your life. And was able to get out.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And Polos even losing his courier in the process, but all things considered, I mean, that's what SMG needs to do, right? They recognize that we gotta get control of our own jungle. That is the place where Cuckoo and Whitemon is gonna lurk around, and they cash that Enigma.
Exactly, and that's because they don't really have a way of opening the enemy tier 1 tower, right, on the safe lane especially. So normally you will see the enemy kind of mirror enemy's movement, and if you take my tier 1 tower, I'm gonna take your tier 1 tower. But Naga Siren, Zeus, and Dawn Brigade, they aren't really a very natural tower pusher. So in this case, SMG's map is kind of small, and if they don't protect and take back their own safe lane jungle, they are gonna, the map of them is gonna get eaten more and more by T1, and that is gonna result into T1 just out farming SMG, and they can't allow to make it happen.
And that is why we're seeing SMG making all these moves. But the Eidolons, right? Whitemon feeding a couple more of them to Afu, but also giving information to the members of Team SMG. This illusion, though, is gonna grant Afu that vision to get the X-Mark to spot into a Masaro's ultimate. They come in the boat. Whoa! And a good mischief from Gabby dodges all of that damage, and that's why Cuckoo shows up. And Afu is gonna get the static link on him. Cuckoo just giving him a lashing of a lifetime. But a good telekinesis from Poloson keeps Afu alive. Raging Potato comes in for the rebound and a dispose onto Poloson. And T1 will settle for him. And Afu actually still went down, so 2 for T1.
Yeah, that was a very, very good mischief coming out from Gabby. If he dies there, his Battlefield timing is gonna get heavily pushed back. And, he didn't, so this Battlefield timing is gonna be right on track. Maybe a little bit, after 15 minutes, but it's still good. Because he has been already making a lot of pressure on in the game anyways.
Yeah,
and this is where T1, you can tell that they want to be the aggressor right now, because they know SMG, they don't really have a way to open up their map right now. So it's really up to T1 to do whatever they want.
And
as long as they execute the teamfight well, they should be able to get away with it.
And they just lost their Solar Guardian, at least, for the next minute. Team SMG, it felt like, it was very wishful thinking to attempt, to kill Gabby without any sort of hard lockdown. I mean, we did see the combo of the Solar Guardian into a ship, but you need something a bit more reliable, and that's something that SMG is lacking, right? We didn't see the telekinesis in time. Poloson wasn't in the vicinity. This feels like another setback for Team SMG, where if we look at Masaros alone, this guy is 2 and 4 on the Dawnbreaker. And he's about to be 2 and 5 because he dies this time, and the Celestial Hammer is not going to buy enough distance. Raging Potato unleashing a barrage of punches onto him. And Poloson stealing the rebound to get away, but the Dispose is coming back up. Gets clipped by the Plasma Field, and Raging Potato gets a double.
Yeah, Raging Potato. Oh, on the Amir Carl could be a little bit trouble. Should be fine though.
Not even phased.
Yeah, understanding that there's just no hard lockdown coming from SMG they can deal with him. This is why Mid1 is going for Orchid himself. But if Carl sees this coming, he can easily just get himself a U scepter, or even if he wants to go for BKB, there is way for him to deal with this silence. So at the end of the day, you know, SMG, they just suffer of a reliable lockdown for the puck, and which is why Carl is playing very, very aggressive now, right now, sitting at a KD of 4-0-2.
And this guy has a Witchblade, he has the Psychic buff from Marcy, and he's a double damage rune. This ship goes completely wide, Raging Potato is the target. And Team SMG not even getting that kill as Carl comes in, a Dreamfall into Masaros again. This Dawnbreaker is just not having a game at all. Has that magic immunity from the Shard, but Kuku deals physical damage on the Razor. Physical damage goes through magic immunity. And Afu is now in danger, burns down to the Witchblade. DD rune still online for Carl for another good 10 seconds. And he's just gonna start right-clicking Poloson. Phase shift is Zeus, Illusory up, takes the jaunt. Carl doesn't get the kill, but maybe with Kuku he's gonna get it. And even even kills off the jungle camp for the Philosopher's Stone across the
Oh, they're going for it?
And they actually killed off Poloson.
The black hole?
Yeah, and Moon gets vacuumed backwards. And Raging Potato just tosses him up. Wicked sick for Carl with triple kill for the puck.
And I mean, I feel like we are starting to see the disconnection between SMG's draft, right? Because like we said again, Dawnbreaker a lot of times could be a bait pick for you. When you're having a Dawnbreaker first pick, you want someone that can jump in for you so that you can follow up with the Solar Guardian. But if you look at SMG, who's gonna be the one going in first? The only one is really the Kunkka. So there's a lot of value lost coming out from Dawnbreaker lanes here. All of a sudden, he becomes just a guy that can show up to the lane and show off waves. And even though he is able to do so, he's always getting punished. Because Zeus doesn't want to be around the Dawn, Naga Siren doesn't want to be around the Dawn. So a lot of time, Dawn is just going to be on the lane completely by himself. And which is why T1 is reading it very correctly.
And Raging Potato, he has a dagger. And that's gonna catch Afu off guard, and even goes for the rebound, you know. Gotta get some style points in, but he's gonna be netted down, but they're into a boat. Gives his life away, but Kuku gets a kill for himself, and now Moon leaps forward. Masawa shows up, Kuku pumps the BKB, and the Dream Qual catches the Zeus. And mid one comes in, you know, sings Song of the Siren, puts everyone to sleep. But Kuku, his BKB, just enough. Not that it matters though, the rest of Team SMG get away.
Good counter initiation coming out from SMG, utilizing the Song of Siren to get the entire team back out. But that's really what Mid1 needs to do in this game. Because whenever T1 is running at SMG, without the Naga Siren, they are always going to get run down. That also means that Mid1 will always need to be around his teammates, which is something that Naga Siren doesn't really want to do too much.
Yeah, and so well, at least there's still some identity of Team SMG that we saw from yesterday, where, you know, just leave Mid1 on an island, let him do his job, he's gonna farm and he's gonna show up and win the game. And I think that's what T1 is trying to prevent from happening, right? And then sure, right, Mid1 is still getting all those resources, but like you rightfully pointed out just now, the rest of the team is just getting absolutely slaughtered by T1.
Raging Potato?
Raging Potato get completely caught out. Yep, that is the combo. That is perfection from Team SMG.
And this is exactly what Team SMG will need to do right now. They need to stick together. They can't really have three cores showing up onto 3 lanes and farm creeps anymore. They kind of need to just, you know, be with each other right now and wait for T1 to overextend themselves and then come, you know, and then fight with numbers. If they are fighting with number advantage, they can still kind of take the fight right now because T1, their BKBs are not up yet. So Zeus has a lot of value right now in the team fight.
Yeah, definitely so. Carl just got himself a regen rune. He'll be delighted. We can see that he's going for the use next. Again, a recognition from this puck. Just the awareness, right? And he also identified that is probably the most direct way that SMG can get on top of him and stop him with that Orchid. Look at the timing. Of course, Mid1 will get his Orchid first, but at least Carl is making progress to getting that use.
Yeah, I assume that Carl is gonna play a little bit more conservative right now, a little bit more safe, until he gets his U scepter, and then he can just play a little bit more aggressive like he used to do. But smoke coming out from TSMG here, can they find someone?
Mid1 reveals that Orchid onto Raging Potato, and he just gets sliced into ribbon. Black Hole, the Midnight Post, excuse me, committed. No Black Hole just yet. They're still holding on to it. The ship comes through. Kuku just sucks up all the damage of Mid1. Gabby with a max range boundless strike should be able to do the job. Mid1 still scurrying away. The Manifest on top of him. And finally the kill comes through, but Kuku has to give up his life in the process. And I don't think Gabby can help out with this one. He's just going to try to work to make this out. But the Enigma went down. The Black Hole couldn't be channeled in time.
The KB is here.
And now Gabby left alone. But Afu is going to be the victim though. I don't think this Kunkka can do too much. Gabby just beats him to the submission. Still looking for more. See if we can find that one. T1 settled for 3 kills.
Nonetheless, it was a very good fight for T1 though. Monkey King, he got his BKB in the middle of the fight, but didn't even have to use it to get 3 kills for this fight. So the 2 biggest core of T1 managed to stay alive, but on the other side on SMG, Naga Siren went down. And you know, he's the hero that you don't want to have him die in a team fight at all. So in return, very, very good fight coming up from T1. Puck was very close to dying right there, but thanks to the Essence Ring, was able to just get out with a slew of HP, and in return got the kill on the Rubik as well.
T1 goes straight into the Roche pit. They're comfortable with doing so. They still have that black hole. If SMG wants to, you know, have a go at contesting this one, but SMG might have that idea though. They have ultimates of backup. They have the Song of the Siren. Mid one still not joining yet. SMG deciding to let this go. They are gonna be smoking up. But if they want to attempt to contest this, the bad news is that it's a bit too late.
Yeah, they don't really have the vision for it. Thunder's God Wrath is on cooldown as well. And it's really always hard to play into such a teamfight intensive draft around the Roshan pit. You're fighting into potentially Black Hole, or speaking of Black Hole, Enigma.
Yeah, he's... Oh, the smoke, okay. A White Mon staying alive. Oh, but Gabby not so lucky. The Aegis gets popped. Afu trying to run away from Mr. Cuckoo, but wasn't able to do so. The BKB expires from Cuckoo. Blink Dagger got picked up by White Mon. That was huge, right? If he went down, that would be no Blink Dagger for him.
And also, Gabby died, right? So the first Aegis, they didn't manage to use it for anything at all. So that was a very good decision making coming up from SMG. Managed to find Gabby, you know, maybe he's guessing that he would be a little bit more aggressive with the Aegis and managed to be there to punish him. That was huge for SMG. It buys them a lot of time because we talk about how SMG, they want to draw this game late, right? And taking away the Aegis, make sure that T1, they don't have that much tools to be aggressive for the map anymore.
Well, back to a neutral state. And
Exactly.
It feels like there's not really any Roshan power play. Though the silver lining is that, again, White Mon got his Blink Dagger off of that one smoke of deceit.
Yeah, that was a very, very good heads-up play coming from White Mon for sure. He also have the Fairy Stone, so, you know, I feel like both teams are really happy to go into late game right now.
Oh boy, White Mon. Oh no. I can't even get that ward. They should be able to kill off Polosun though. Yeah, Carl is godlike. Oh boy, Dream Qual instantly snapped by Moon. Carl, yeah, he's gonna claim this one. A double kill for the Puck. He's having a great game. He's 10-0.
Yeah, I mean, Carl is
untouchable.
playing out of his mind right now, which is why a lot of times when you play against T1, people just either first phase ban Puck or second phase ban Puck. And you will never really give a T1 such a good Puck game. But in this game, you know, it was managed to slip through. They instantly pick it up. And it's a Puck show. It's looking like a Puck show right now.
Yeah, yes. He has almost half the total kills of his team. And and the incredible part is that he is so incredibly active around the map, but he's also getting that farm up, right? 3rd in net worth. And yeah, Afu, he's gone. No parting high fives. It's not in their culture. Well,
nah, this is where T1 is just gonna run around the map, screen the map, making sure that SMG, you know, they kick SMG out of the part where they are not supposed to be at. So all of a sudden, if you look at the map, SMG is having a very small map to play with, and all 3 cores kind of need to hit creeps as well. So that also doesn't help too much. And this is where we talk again, right? SMG, they have to stick together. They need to help each other out.
SMG was under vision, and this is why you see T1 just making this move right into the triangle of Team SMG, and there's nothing they can do about it, right? They gotta, again, just push the wave is a rinse and repeat, a very arduous task for SMG to keep on doing without fail. And this routine is gonna keep lasting until mid-1 feels like he's ready to fight. And he does have that item, he has that Aghanim Scepter. The incredibly deadly ensnare.
Yeah, this is a very interesting pickup for shit. He understands that, you know, Razor is a hero that is relying on BKB a lot. So if you're able to just ensnare him while he's on BKB, he won't be able to move as much, and the kiting game is going to be easier for them.
The Lotus Orb. Oh no, Polosun did not expect that. Of course, Cuckoo with the tip because he's the one with the Lotus Orb, and now suddenly That attempt onto T1 gone completely sour. A buyback from Poloson just in case T1 continues to fight, but T1, they settle for what they have and they back off.
Unfortunately, the buyback didn't result into much here for Peloson. But yeah, this is something that you have to be very careful right now. The Lotus Op on Cuckoo, very good pickup here coming out from him. And also, it's one of the way that you can do with the ensnare, right? So
Yeah.
all of a sudden, the egg gleams pick up from Naga Siren, the value is not that high anymore because of this one item coming from Cuckoo.
A cheeky attempt from Afu to get Torrent up on the Cuckoo, but no, not gonna find that one. But they're keeping good taps to the White one though, and mid one does.
Under attack.
Illusion slicing him, and Raging Potato realizes that that is also not illusions that he can handle. Though, not the same for Mundo. Gabby does not have the
Ooh!
bonus strike. Tries to get away.
The X-Might actually got Kyle back to the spot, but Kyle still has the Yield Scepter active, so at the end of the day, it's gonna be really hard to bring the puck down unless they somehow find the money for a hacks. Otherwise, I think Kyle should be still enjoying the game without much threat from the other side.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Kyle just show up. Telekinesis to the lift. Kyle is not afraid at all. I mean,
Tragedy of our eon.
And with Kyle playing so aggressive, he's constantly drawing attention coming out from SMG, and that is just opening out space for Gabby and Razor to take down the bottom tier 2 tower. They're gonna control the outpost, and it seems like it's gonna be a slow control game until the second Aegis is up.
it really does feel that way. And the Masaru is the shot Starbreaker, but it's probably saved his life right there. And T1 just putting a lot of emphasis on that bottom quadrant of the map, just especially that bottom lane that has been severely pushed in by Whitemon and Cuckoo early on. Those Eidolons, yeah, they're not gonna relent. So Whitemon getting that space that he wants, he's getting those farm in. We see the Skadi queued up by Gabby, and Whitemon is having a much greater time compared to that early game.
Oh, top lane, Moon.
Oh boy, Moon.
He's getting scouted by the Observer Ward.
And that Observer was 10 seconds away from expiring. And Whitemon deserves a tip for that one, because that just granted Gabby an unstoppable streak.
Oh, do they still want to fight?
It delayed the axe timing for Moon as well. This is incredibly tough for Team SMG. Now T1, they just spring the trap.
Dire's middle tower.
Afu does have the tidal wave. Gabby is going to summon in place with the boundless strike. The axe instead is not going to save Afu, because Gabby has that Jingu staff, so that extended range is not a melee hero, guys. Monkey King is a range hero.
Yeah, I mean T1 is just reading the fact that SMG, they're a little bit too weak to fight back right now. That's why they can just keep on diving, and it's all about reading the enemy's movement, right? They know that the entire bottom lane is getting pushed in, so SMG can only be in one place, which is their triangle and also the top lane, and that's why Puck instantly TP top to find the Zeus.
A good dispose to save Whitemon. Masaru was
forcing a
forced to
BKB.
use his BKB. And that's it. That is all T1 needed to do.
Top tower is under attack.
Roshan up in 35 seconds.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Skadi completed on Gabby right now, so it's getting harder and harder to run away from the Monkey King. Assuming that he's gonna go for Basher for the next one, so no more running, no more man fighting Monkey King. All you have to do is buy items like Force Stuff, and maybe use the hold on, because Moon,
Oh, not
big
again.
trouble.
He just came back. He really wanted the axe. And T1 is not gonna give it to him.
You can run.
Cuckoo just has the stronger lightning right now.
You should run.
And Roshan's gonna be up. And Whitemon's gonna see that.
SMG is needing too much items right now to play against the Monkey King, but too little space.
Yep. I mean, Raging Potato is solo killing Afu. And that really says a lot.
And Marcy is gonna have his BKB done in a short while right now, just 500 away from the BKB. So all of a sudden you have this Marcy that can go on to the Zeus with the Blink Dagger. And he might actually even solo kill the Zeus, because Zeus doesn't have any defensive item right now.
I honestly think he will. And they give him the psychic hitback as well, so oh boy, he's gonna engage from 10,000 miles away. Watch out for this Marcy. Second Roshan, inevitability that is gonna be taken by T1. So the shard also being claimed by them as they continue to extend this goalie. I mean, if you look at the graph right now, it is pretty clear that Dota agrees that T1 wins 99% of the time. Song of the Siren used just for the disengage. Although Poloson, he's gonna take down to the Witchblade.
Oh, the coin is even committed to just to finish him off. I mean, that's okay though. It's just a Rubik at the end of the day. Most importantly, Masaros was able to, find himself some space out of the map, and also Moon finally, is gonna finish up the Aghanim's very very soon.
And we just saw T1 draw the line on the map, just cut it short, cut SMG out of the territory. It doesn't belong to them anymore, and that is the dispose we talked about. I mean, Moon, this is hard to watch for him because that's the third time in a row he wanted his axe and he didn't get it. Another major setback for Team SMG.
It is just very hard for him to find the space right now because every single lane that you go to, someone of TNC is going to be camping there. And thanks to the very highly mobile heroes that they have, Monkey King and Puck, they can connect to each lane really, really fast as well with the Primal Sping and with all the mobility that you have on Puck. BKB, Raging Potato going in on Naga.
He just pops it and tosses mid-1 back. And mid-1, he doesn't have his ult. No singing for you this time. Raging Potato making a game-winning play. Seems like a possibility as the T1 makes an attempt on this mid set of racks, and they're gonna get it. There's nothing from the side of Team SMG that can allow them to respond to this. They have a buyback on Masaros, they have a buyback on Afu, but
Under attack.
pretty... Considering the value that they bring with that buyback, T1 doesn't carry. It just doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, it's gonna be at least a lane of Rex, but it seems like T1 want to make it 2 lanes of Rex here. Knowing that Naga Siren is still 30 seconds in the graveyard right now, but Zeus is about to be back though, so at least the best tower defender is here now.
Yeah, and please protect Moon. He really needs the axe. He would have got it. He should have it by now, but see the raid pack coming online, courtesy of White One. This guy is filthy rich. This guy is incredibly stacked in cash. He has 10,000 net worth, and Poloson just disappears. No buyback for the Rubik.
Oh, Raging Potato going in?
And he just caught Dawnbringer again. Masaros, if there's any time to come back, it might be now. But they were able to get rid of Raging Potato. A Dream Coin from Carl, and they got the Clapnear into a black hole. This no longer got it. Does buy a bit of time. Cancel the black hole, and Masaros strikes right back with the buyback. But I think it's a bit too late. Mid-1 is on the run. Used up by Carl. Masaros still has the BKB, but Carl wants the finishing blow. Doesn't find it onto mid-1. And Gabby attempts the Wukong's command, gets cut down from the tree. The tidal wave pushes him into the fountain. Gabby goes down. Do you have a way to save him? There's no dispose, there's nothing. Carl trying to buy space. Gabby pops the BKB, gets rooted by the ensnare, but just out of fountain range. And now he's gonna pop that Wukong's command. The Gladnir assistant again. The mid-1 has the Song of the Siren. And the next target is going to be Carl. You better land this Torrent Afu. It has to land, but Carl a bit too quick with the phase shift. But he does get silenced. Goes for the use. No root for him. No ensnare. He gets stunned. And they finally shut down the Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, but all that space was for Monkey King to get out from the fountain and also for them to finish off the second pair of racks. So a lot of buybacks committed. They finally got a big kill, but unfortunately now they have to play against 2 lanes of racks down. But that was such a big team fight that absolutely wowed them coming out from T1. They got the 3-man coil, they got the 3-man Gleipnir into the 3-man black hole. And that's the power of the team fight that we spoke about from T1, right? You can always still rely on these very good combination spells at the very late game. And we are, good for us to finally see that beautiful team fight right there.
I thought Kuku had the Gleipnir, but it's actually a Gabby. So
yes.
Yeah, he has everything. And the X Scepter is 1,001 goal, well, 1,100 goal away. He's having a great game. 7-0 thus far.
Yeah, very stable game so far from Monkey King. Also utilizing his aggression very well, finding the balance between fighting and farming.
I mean, both
SMG
the Grandmaster
though.
tier players are having a great game.
Definitely.
Oh boy. Yeah, they see this one. And unfortunately, Masaros did not. Pops the BKB. They want to go for the Enigma. They actually can chop him down with the illusions. But once the next plan, mid-1 starts to sing, but T1 have bought earplugs, so they cannot hear mid-1's tone.
Got him.
In fact, they're gonna bring him back with the disposal. And now the buyback from Whiteball. And he's here to join the party. Mid one just gonna stand and fight, but the raid pack is there. Mid one just gets chewed right through. T1 finds another big fight.
Oh, that was. It looks like a. It actually looks like a pretty good fight at first for SMG because they are kind of utilizing the time gap right there when when Puck is 20 seconds away from respawning. He doesn't really want to buy back. That's why they were forcing the fight within the 20 seconds. But unfortunately, Monkey King and the squad they totally read that move, and he was so ready on the tree for that.
I mean, Zeus and Dawnbreaker has a just not having a game at all. They both share the same fate in terms of net worth. Buyback comes back from mid one. Polo to enjoy. The Thunder goes grab. Oh, he's doing some damage. Raging Potato gets zapped. A stolen boundless strike. Gabby kept in place. The lightning comes through. Whitemon with the black hole catches Moon. And there's 80 seconds without the Zeus.
Whitemon coming in the clutch save once again. Like Gabby always having teammates to build him up. It was the Puck at the fountain first, and now it was Whitemon. Very, very well done there. But you can also see how much damage he's getting from Zeus, right? There's a lot of burst damage coming in, especially, without your BKB, you can't really stay in the fight for too long. And this also means that there's still a lot of potential for SMG to burst him down. They just need a little bit of the last oomph right there to finish him off.
Yeah, just this one final push. Though I do like this new improved static field for Zeus. I remember back in the days you had to be in a certain range of Zeus, but Zeus being an immobile hero, you don't really want to get close. It's a bit counterintuitive. Now you just let him shock you from across the map for your health, right? But then again, right? Moon just and we look at this Zeus. It could have been 10 times better if he just didn't die 3 times in a row, which delayed his Aghanim Scepter. Because we saw the impact, right? That Nimbus was shredding through T1.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a chain effect as well, right? Because of the 3 death, the Aghanim was late, and it means that the Eon Blaze is late. Whatever item after that is also coming late. So imagine, having that 5 minutes earlier, they could have killed maybe Monkey King a couple of times already, and the game could be absolutely different right now.
100%. Right? Like it was mid one on an island almost for most part of the game. But that also T1 recognizing that they gotta catch this Zeus out.
What a Glimmer?
Instantly Mantas away with the potato, blinks in, gets the dispose, and here we come the Zeus damage used. Whitemon, they need to drop the midnight pulse in mid one. Oh, he's gone. And he's no buyback. And how can SMG hold on for the next 100 seconds? This game is gone. GG comes out. Team SMG bite the dust in game 1, and T1 with an incredible opening stanza. 39 minutes, but it felt like it wasn't even close.
Yeah, this T1 today looked a lot better than the T1 yesterday. It feels like they were managed to, go back to the old style that they like to play. Strong lanes and